Spokesperson Report 473, the comments in front of the White House 100. With the united power, Korean nation and world people are surely going to defeat the imperialist aggressive maneuver of the U.S. First, on January 1st, the U.S. Department of Defense remarked that they developed the U.S. South Korea alliance in mutually reinforcing the future-oriented manner, mentioning the 53rd Security Consultative Meeting (SCM). At the 53rd SCM on December 2nd, they pledged to update relevant operation plans and approve the new Strategic Planning Guidance (SPG). Meanwhile, the U.S. and Japan will likely reach an agreement to formulate a new operation plan at the meeting of foreign and defense ministers. The contents of a plan are estimated that at the initial stage of a Taiwan emergency, the U.S. Marine Corps will set up temporary bases for Nansei Island, which connects the Kyushu of the Japan and Taiwan. It confirmed the direction where the U.S. and South Korea will pursue the operation plans. Second, mobilizing the U.S. troops in South Korea, the U.S. accelerating the nuclear war crisis in not only the Korean peninsula but the surroundings. The U-2S high-altitude reconnaissance aircraft operated by U.S. Air Force in South Korea, frequently deployed to South China Sea and Taiwan Strait, and conduct the surveillance and reconnaissance. The Terminal High Altitude Area Defense South base in Seongju, South Korea, where the supplies were delivered 68 times in the last 1 year, is the attempt of the U.S. to involve South Korea into the missile defense system of the U.S. The reconnaissance system covers not only North Korea but China. In the earlier of the last year, the commander of U.S. troops in South Korea, made a host of reckless remarks that the range of the deployment of the U.S. troops in South Korea is the Indo-Pacific region, including the Korean peninsula. Third, due to the aggressive maneuver of the U.S.-centered imperialist alliance forces, the nuclear war crisis has been intensifying since the beginning of the new year. The imperialist allies forces plans for the nuclear war scheme on Korean peninsula, but also plan conflict between China and Taiwan and between Russia and Ukraine, and intensifying the confusion in the Middle East. Especially mobilizing U.S. troops in South Korea, the U.S. makes the South Korea a military base of the U.S. and degrade into the world explosion warhouse. The anti-U.S. resistance war of the Korean nation and the anti-imperialist joint struggle of the world people are justice and inevitable. The Korean nation and world people who have been advancing toward independence and peace last year will surely crush down the imperialist aggressive scheme of the U.S. with the united power in near future. January 6, 2022, in front of the White House, Washington, D.C., spokesperson of the Office of the People's Democratic Party